Hey everyone, welcome back to the Anderson Bro Outdoors. Today we have something special. But before we get into that, I'm Jake.
I'm Colton.
And we have a surprise for everyone. So something to keep it interesting. I did go on to several different websites and I looked at what everybody viewed the most. And so we went ahead and ordered one and went and picked it up. So I got this specific car from DME Hobbies in Topeka. If you want one, I would highly encourage you to call them up and go pick one up. You mention Anderson Bros Outdoors and they will give you a deal on it. So with that being said, what car do you think it is? Just kidding. It is the Fire Team 6S 7th scale by Arma, and Colton will be test driving it today. So let's go ahead and unbox it.
The box was very sectioned on there. Looks like pretty much comes in a box like this. Packaged in there pretty well. There it is. First impressions, it kind of looks a little, for me anyway, it looks a little funky with the body on it.
I don't know, I like the color. I like the design. As you can see, we are UTV riders. I think, you know, this does simulate a UTV. One of the things that I don't necessarily personally like is the cheap looking interior. I think
Military guys.
what should have happened here is, you know, there's not a whole lot of detail. I mean, yeah, they're holding some guns, the guns move up and down. There's a little bit of color in the glasses and maybe the seat straps, but that's it. I'd rather have nobody in the back and then a little more detail in the front. So otherwise, I think the body really does look pretty decent. It definitely simulates something like what you would see in real life. The bottom is actually aluminum, and then the wings out here, or the sides, are composite or plastic. It does have brake, which is interesting. That's pretty cool.
An actual little disc brake on it.
The tires are strange. I'm not a huge fan of those. It does have very similar qualities of a Traxxas in terms of the way that the bumpers are attached and allow for flex. So it does look like it holds 2 batteries. It is 6S. Let's see what else is in the box.
I believe.
It looks like we do have the instruction manual. Got some stickers. Oh, it does come with a nicer toolkit. Yeah, you can see here. Looks like it does come with a high-speed pinion gear. It includes shims for the differential. And it says for if required after the gears have bedded in.
It's a remote.
Yep. This remote is not very appealing. Not a huge fan of the remote. For $699, I would like something a little better.
It says don't use for off-road or high-load start-stop driving. It'll overheat the motor.
Somebody's worried about the motor overheating, so we're just going to go out and tear it up as it sits. Some additional thoughts. Personally, I think it's a bit overpriced with the remote. And however, that's my initial impression. It does look like it's decently built. This is getting boring, so we're gonna go out and tear it up. All right, remote is on. You think it'll run off the table?
Door protection. Grab them.
Let's do this.
First durability test part of it.
You like that brake? All right, we're at testing spot number 1. This is our favorite spot here. We'll see if we can air the car out and not break it. It is a pretty cool little car though. It handles really well. I think actually better than my Creighton. Does it?
Yeah, but I think I probably just need to dial my Creighton in a little more. We might need to put that other tooth one in. I think it's a 15 tooth gear. I don't know what it's got in its stock. It's quick in steering though. Yeah, it was. It seems to really stay very stable in the air.
That was impressive.
That was pretty cool. And that big ditch one there. No, it doesn't. This is on 4S though, isn't it? I feel like maybe it would if we were on 6. That was a cool jump there. Oh! Hey, that's a good one.
That thing is just airing it out.
It's a pretty sturdy chassis, pretty sturdy car, it seems to be.
Time for a new battery. Re-rip.
Still steering? Everything still good on that? That was a pretty good nosedive.
Yeah, it was. There wasn't anything I could do. Yeah, I mean
It's really a pretty good car.
this is what I would classify as the definition of a basher. I think, you know, you saw the video of the XRT. While we haven't landed it on the one side or the other, we have definitely put this through more, and as you can see, it's still going, so let's keep going.
He just doesn't have the power to get up there though. I wonder if tires would make a difference on it. Yeah. No. That was a save if I ever seen one. Those guys took a pretty good hit right off the bat for a first rip. But I mean, shoot it. It all seems so explosive.
Alright, so now we're at 6S. Let's go ahead and see if we can not break it again. Ooh.
Seems like it might have a little more pep on 6.
Yeah, she does.
No, I don't think it's got the body stuff where back flip. Oh yeah. Hold on, man, I gotta it's got way more pep on 6S. Very rarely does it actually land on its top. Oh wow!
Would have
That would have.
stuck it if that trailer wasn't there. Oh man.
I think it stayed.
Well, yeah, it's still alive. We're still good.
Stayed unbroke though. That was a good hit.
I think honestly, it would have been fine, but the trailer was there, and I didn't want to hit the trailer really hard, and it just kind of bounced off the ground, and then didn't hit the trailer.
Oh, did it shut off? I guess we can find out what the deal is.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
The adapter broke.
Huh. It didn't like the Traxxas batteries in the Arma.
Come here, Duke. Come here.
Oh,
Come here.
we did lose the antenna straw.
Did we?
Yeah.
What are you doing, huh? What are you doing?
Oh, that's a good one there. Oh! Oh! We might have something unhappy on it. So we might have something unhappy on it. I don't know, that was kind of, oh no. It's really hard to get to where you want to hit. I don't think this is the backflip guard.
That's awesome.
That was a hard hit right there. That was a good one.
All right, and we're back for review. So what do we go through? 3 batteries?
I think so.
2 4S batteries and 1 6S run. The 6S run was cut short because the adapter that we had for the batteries broke. So we need to fix that. So where to start? Not a huge fan of the controller. Considering the footage you just watched, it held up pretty well. We did break.
I think it was right up there. Ripped a couple of studs out.
We did break it, which is expected. It did a lot of tossing and turning and rolling and cartwheels, and
Well, first,
it thought it was a gymnast, and that's exactly what happened.
for as skinny as all this plastic is, I'm surprised it's not all cracked up too.
Right. You know, all things considered, the body's in great shape. I still don't like the little army guys in here. Not a fan of those. For the car itself, we broke our other 2 fifth scale cars with less time and less abuse. So for this one to still be going and have survived the 3 sets of batteries is really a testament in and of itself.
It took a lot of abuse. Everything that him and I threw at it. But the chassis is still all the way straight, which I think is generally a pretty easy thing to bend on these cars. Or well, the aluminum chassis armors. There it is with the fifth scale cars anyway.
We did figure out really quickly though that you need to make sure that you have this plug in there, otherwise your going from dual batteries to single battery will not work. So make sure that if you're going to switch from 1 to 2 back to 1, you have the plug on you or you will not be a happy camper. So the car did perform very well. I was actually shocked with this car. It handles extremely well. It jumps very well. It lands on, it lands on its feet.
Very rarely ended up on its top where we had to go actually flip it back over.
Right, and so I think when it did land bad, it was either because we did not give it gas or brakes. Granted, most of the runtime was on 4S and 6S, it was a lot less controllable. So if you do go out and purchase one of these, I would recommend getting a 4S battery to start and then buying 6S later if you're just getting into the hobby or if you're a amateur. The brake is weak. One of the other things that we did notice is that the motor did get hot. We did run the batteries through it pretty consecutively, and the weather today is probably in the 50s. And it did get hot, so I would imagine if you're running this in the summertime, you're going to want to keep an eye on that because you will likely burn it up. Honestly, I was expecting this car to be a one and done kind of car. I do the review, break it, and then move on. I really like the car. It blew my expectations out of the water, and I think the only changes that I would make to it were get new tires. These tires are not good at all. I think that the $700 range is probably a little too high. There's really not a whole lot left to say. The video speaks for itself. I went from being a non-believer to a 100% believer. And
yeah.
So
for an out-of-the-box stock car, just throwing 4S in it and then kind of trying to see what abuse it would take. It seemed to take all of it and then happily want to come back for more.
Yeah. I think that, there's a reason that this is the #1 viewed car. And, if I were to buy a big car being, 5th, 6th, 7th scale, I would probably get this one before I bought any other one. We do have a Creighton, we have a XRT, and then some other large-scale cars. And this one right here is probably the easiest, most fun car to drive and just beat up. Thanks for making it this far. Please like and subscribe or not. Either way, thanks for watching, and have a happy new year.